If you are invested in gold, silver, precious metal mining stocks, you need to watch this video. Since you can't impress your friends with the value of your investments in your portfolio, you can impress them with a fancy accounting term. I'm going to teach you all about it, but more importantly, I'm going to show you how this ratio, this concept, points to the fact that there are extraordinary values in the precious metal mining stock arena right now. Let's get started. Hey, congratulations, you're a billionaire. Actually, you're a multi-billionaire. You have $2 billion. But even though you're so rich, I need to give you a quick test so we can review whether or not you'll be able to understand this very simple accounting principle I am going to teach you. But you're a multi-billionaire. You have $2 billion worth of assets. The value of all your estates, the value of all your stocks, the value of your Lamborghinis, all that great stuff you have that's really not making you happy, but nonetheless you have it all. It's worth $2 billion. But you owe $600 million. What is your net worth? You've heard that term before, right? Net worth. Well, the correct answer is $1.4 billion because you took the value of all your assets and you deducted what you owed the bank. If you were to liquidate all those assets and pay off the debt you'd owed, you'd have $1.4 billion in net worth. Now stay with me because this gets very interesting towards the end of the video. Hey, real quick, I put out content darn near every day about gold, silver, precious metal mining stocks. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that would be great. You're always welcome in Ron's Basement. You could also share my video, give it a thumbs up, and I always love reading your comments in the section below. But just like an individual has a net worth, companies have a net worth. They use a different term to describe it. It starts with net, but it's the same exact concept. Any company, let's just take a company that mines for silver and gold. They have a bunch of assets, right? They have these mines they've built. They have land they own. They may have a corporate headquarters building. They have dump trucks and drills and all assorted types of equipment. But let's say there's a company, a mining company, that's got the same, you add up all their assets together and it comes to $2 billion. So this company has $2 billion in assets. And like all companies, this company has a little debt. They owe the bank a little money. They owe some of their suppliers some money. But when you add all the debt they have together, they owe about $600 million. So what would the net worth of the company be? Well, it'd be just like that person. It'd be about $1.4 billion. Congratulations, you passed the test. But in the highbrow world of finance and accounting, they don't use the term net worth to describe that concept of a company. They use a different term, net tangible assets. The total assets of the company, the total real assets the company owns, less their debt, is net tangible assets. And this is where it starts to get interesting. Because believe it or not, right now in the real world, there's a company, Fortuna Silver Mines, in that exact same financial condition. $2 billion in real assets, $600 million in liabilities, and they have net tangible assets of $1.4 billion. And I'm going to tell you something right now, but then it even gets more interesting. Right now, the market cap of the company is about $900 million. That means the market is valuing that $1.4 billion in real assets at only $900 million. Now, real quick, to get to the market cap of a company, you just take the total number of shares that they have, the number of stock shares they have, times the current stock price. And with Fortuna, they've got about 300 million shares outstanding, and they're trading around $3 per share. So a $900 million market cap to get $1.4 billion in assets, that's like paying 65 cents and somebody giving you $1 back. And I want to get out of the basement and onto my roof and scream to the world that it even gets more astounding when you consider the fact that they're generating net income. They just reported their first quarter earnings with great net income, great cash flow. They're generating cash, significant cash, and finally, they're growing. They have a new mine in West Africa, which is quickly becoming a premier mining jurisdiction. But nonetheless, they have a new mine under construction that's going to catapult them into a new growth era starting next summer. But as I climb down from the rooftops, we have to accept the reality that the market is speaking. And what the market's saying, in that it's applying such a great discount to the share price of Fortuna Silver Mines, is that maybe the market doesn't believe that Fortuna is going to be able to continue to grow, or maybe they don't believe that the gold and silver price is going to stay high, and that's going to impact their future cash flows. But nonetheless, the market is applying a huge discount to the share price of Fortuna. And not just them, but many of the miners are in a similar-ish condition. And hopefully with what I've taught you today, you can go look at the balance sheet of many of these miners, look what their net tangible assets are, and compare that to the market cap and see that there is great value, not just with Fortuna, but with many of the companies in the precious metal mining sector. But right now, the sentiment for the general markets is very poor. The sentiment for the precious metal mining companies is even poorer, if that's possible. However, if we were to get a higher precious metal price in the coming 6 months to 18 months, and maybe a little bit of improvement in overall sentiment in the markets, we could be in for a rocket ship ride. And when you look at the upside potential in these stocks versus how much more they could fall, and they could fall, you know, this is not financial advice. Don't make any decisions based upon the information I'm sharing with you. I am often wrong. However, things could look very bright for the precious metal mining sector as we move through the coming months and years. Hey, thanks for joining me today in Ron's Basement. You're always welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you want to watch another video, you can do that right here, or you can subscribe right here. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.